Inspired sometimes by what they see or hear, many Gambian youths dream of making it big time, either in Europe or America.
It's an overview of, how do I even say it?
Deslima Jallo is among several Gambian youths whose dream is to come to the US and study and eventually harvest the American dream. His postgraduate study is on the impact of climate change on the elderly in Banjul.
What are the implications to older adults in terms of climate change? Research has been focused more on youth and migration and climate change, but forgetting these very important vulnerable groups. And when I was in the Gambia, I wasn't thinking that way. I've been to a lot of COP conferences in terms of negotiating for issues around climate change, but there has not been any discussions around older adults.
Jallo has big dreams for homeland. There are some misconceptions he wants to clear about the so-called social contract between the people and the government.
Hope signs that are also showing, things can change, and there are also some willingness I'm also seeing. However, we still have a long way to go. One, because of attitudes, not only politicians, but even us as Gambians. We cannot sit down and think the government are supposed to be the ones doing everything. In the US, your citizens go about doing things. You don't wait for your councillor, you don't wait for your National Assembly member to initiate some things that you yourself can start. You start the initiations and people will follow you. But we don't have to sit down and fold our hands and expect the government to do. But government can do better, of course. I'm not happy with a lot of things that government are doing. I'm not a politician, to be honest. But I know there's a lot that government can do, and they are not doing anybody a favor. They are voted to be there. If President Adama Barrow goes today and build a road for somebody in the rural community and you think that it is Barrow who is giving you that, it's your right to have it. He should not present it as it is him doing people's favor.
Coming to the US is not for all, but to this Gambian-born Professor Hassan Sarr, this is not fair at all about some of the challenges Gambian students face in their struggle to come and study here.
The truth is, it's already hard enough for African students to even get interview dates. Many of them even harder to get visas already. Over the past few years, you can submit your application, visa application, and wait for months before you could get an interview date. It's almost impossible for the US embassies in Africa to issue interview dates for many students. It's unfair. It's not justified. But what am I? I'm just a professor. I just teach. I don't have control over that. Because if you accept somebody's fee, at least give the person an interview date. Let the person go and demonstrate whether he or she is qualified to get the visa or not. But they make it almost impossible. That's how I see it. With the rhetoric around immigration and with Trump's past record, then I was director. We saw a massive number, a drop in the number of people who could come.